Okay, welcome guys. So this is Pycoders Academy Python course with me, Faisal from Pycoders Academy. Okay, so in our previous video, we were looking at our first project on the advanced beginner course. So in our previous video, we did a project on how to generate random passwords using Python for Python, like without functions in Python, without loops, just the fundamental basis. Okay, so today we'll look at another project on the advanced beginner courses, like the topics we've learned. So today's project will be creating a program to solve the ideal gas equation. So if you know chemistry or you know science, you know this is a very important equation in chemistry. So we will solve for like the missing parameters in this equation. So let's say we are not given volume, we are not given pressure, we are not given temperature, then we find it. Okay, given the input we'll like take. Okay, so what we'll be doing is asking for the input and finding the missing parameter. Okay, so it's very simple. I know it's easy for you, so you can do it, but let's go to it a bit. So the first part is so simple. We have done it. So we are just you will just store it in something like called find. So find equal. Then you say input to accept the input. Then we will say enter. Okay. So we have three main parameters because p p can be given, v can be given, t can be given, but r is a constant and n also can be given. So n is always given. So I think we would only need three parameters: the p, v, and the t here. So the r and n are constant, so we use that. Then we say enter one, enter to choose. Okay, so enter one, let's say for pressure. Then say two for volume, and you say three for temperature. Okay, so let's make it so fundamental. So I will do it all like p, capital P, like this, or when you type small it should come. So v, sorry, capital V, then here to is capital T. Okay, okay, so let's do. So let me format this code so that people will see what we are doing here. So print uh solving, let's say solving the ideal gas equation, sorry, equation or equation using Python basics. Okay, so let me give the ideal gas equation here. PV equals nRT. Okay, okay, so we have this. So solving the ideal gas equation using Python basics, PV equals nRT. Okay, so find uh so the find is our variable containing our input we will type. So let me put something like here. So then I'll convert this to upper. No, let me leave it like that. So like this way. So it's very simple. Okay, so now we have to check for the input, what input we get, and use that input to give an output. So let's work on the pressure first. So if pressure, oh sorry, if find, which is the variable containing our input, is equal to, let's say 1, then we say, but this is a wrong statement because the input here is a string. and here we are saying if a string is equal to an int, so it's an error, so we just have to convert it to an int. So just convert it, so here should be int of this. Then you say, so for the pressure, pressure PV equals nRT. So when we make the P the subject, it will be P equals nRT over V. So that's what we will do. So we will first ask for the volume. So V is equal to, then you say input. Okay, so enter volume. Then we will specify the SI unit. So you say meter cube. So like this. Then I'll give it on the next line like this. Then let me give this also on the next line like this. Sorry, on the next line like this. Okay, so done. Then let me bring the space here. Done. So we move to the temperature. So temperature will be equal to input. Sorry, input. Then I will say enter temperature. So temperature like this. Temperature. Then I'll give the unit, which is K. Okay, then I'll say okay, then backslash n. Okay, so that, so we have volume, we have temperature. Now maybe we can specify number of moles here. So input number of moles. So enter, and we say number of moles. So the unit is mole. Then you say like this. So next line. Okay, so we are done. Then we specify our constant, ideal gas constant. We say is equal to 8.31 let me see 45. Yeah, so it's like this. So we are set. So we have our volume, we have our temperature, we have our and the number of moles, and we have our r. But here they are all strings, so we need to convert it to float, since this is a float, so that it will match or it will be consistent. So let me change this to float. So float like this, then another one like this. So float again. So let me copy this. So simple. So control C. Okay, okay, okay. So this has been converted to float. Then we will calculate our pressure. So the pressure will be equal to, is equal to, then you say nr. So n star capital R star, then T, so divided by, then it will bring our V. Okay, so we are good to go. So we have our pressure stated here. So we can print something like print, then we say F string here, then we say print. Sorry, F string is used to, let's say, it's used to use a variable inside a string. So let's say I want to use the P variable here inside a string. So let me give an example. So something like pressure, then I'll give a colon, then I'll say, then I'll bring the variable. So when you bring the curly bracket, it means you are defining the variable. So P, so this is the variable. So you are using a variable inside a string. But when you use only P, it will recognize it as a string, so it won't detect it. So then we say something, we give a space here and give the unit. So Newton per meter squared. Okay, okay, meter, sorry, meter squared. Okay, so we are done. Okay, so we have defined our pressure. So what if we get the second value from the find variable? So let's say if, so we have defined if. So we go to the elif, int of find is equal to is equal to, is equal to 2. Then we say, let me copy this so that it will be easy. So copy, Control C, Control V. Okay, so we have this. So here the two means we are finding volume. So here should be something like pressure. So pressure. Then here should be Newton per meter, or you can use Pascal. So something like this, and we temperature will be K. So temperature is constant. And okay, N is here, R is here. So here should be volume. Okay, so and here should be pressure. Okay, so we are done. Yeah, so V. So when we make the V the subject, nRT over P. Okay, so simple. So we have our second one. Then we move to, okay, let me check the unit. Okay, it's okay. So now we move to the ELIF. Okay, so ELIF, and then you say find, and you say it's equal to, it's equal to 3. Then I'll paste what we did there. Okay, so now we are finding for temperature, since the 3 says temperature. So we change this to pressure. Okay, then we come, so here the temperature will be, so PV over NR. So PV over NR. So this will be PV, PV, okay, PV divided by NR. So N star R. So star. Okay, so we have this. Okay, slash bracket, another bracket. Okay, so we are good to go. So here should be volume, volume. Then here should be in meter cube. So here should be meter cube. Then here should be let me see. Here should be K, Kelvin, and here should be temperature. So temperature, temperature. Okay, and let me change this to V. Since we are finding the V, then here to T. Since we are finding the T, so here should be T here. Okay, so I think we are done. So simple. So first we just print solving the ideal gas equation using Python basics, and we gave the equation. Then we said we specify the input statement. So enter 1 for pressure, 2 for volume, and 3 for temperature. And we said if the int of the find, since it's a string, we have converted to an int. So if the int of the string is equal to 1, then we said volume is like the V is equal to, then we accept the volume input, temperature, number of moles, and we know R is constant, and P, and we give out our outputs, and we do the same for the finding the volume. Okay, here should be pressure, pressure. Okay, so we have okay, so we have pressure here. Here should also be, okay, here is volume, but here should be pressure. Okay, so now we know we have done that for pressure, we have done that for volume, we have done that for temperature. Let's see if the person typed a wrong value. So I will just specify an else log here. So print wrong, say wrong input. Okay, so now we are done. So let me run this code and see what we should. Okay, so first I'll start with pressure. So 1. Okay, so enter volume. So I'll say 20 meter cube, or yeah, 20 meter cube. Then I'll give temperature as 300 kilo. Okay, and the number of moles, I'll give it 1. Okay, so we are getting 124.7175 Newton per meter squared. So simple. So we have calculated the pressure, given the volume, the number of moles, the temperature. So simple. We can try that for volume. So let me go to so volume is 2, so 2. Then we give the pressure. So the pressure, let's say 140. Then the temperature should be, let's say 240. Then the number of moles should be 2. Okay, so we are getting 28.506. Okay, so meter cube. So simple. It's very, very powerful. Okay, so we do the last for temperature. So 3. Okay, so the volume we will choose 20. The pressure will give it so okay, you can see we have K here. So I think you have to change this to Newton. Let me see, pressure is Newton per meter cube. Okay, so let me check this one too. Oh, sorry, meter squared. Let me check this one too. Okay, all is set. Okay, all is set. All is set. So let me run it again. Oh, sorry, cancel. Let me run it again. Okay, so we choose 3. Okay, so 20. Okay, it's working now. Pressure, then we choose 140. Then the number of holes, choose 1. Okay, so our temperature is there, 336.76 Kelvin. So simple. So this is a very, very simple way to like cut down your number of hours in solving your assignment and so on. So when you just specify the equation and you give out the parameters you want to use to find the specific parameter you want to find. So simple. So this is the end of the second project. So we have done the first project, second project. So the last project will be in our next video. So then we move to the advanced course where we start getting into Python. So it will be fun. Just continue subscribing, just continue watching my videos, liking it, and you can share it with other friends and so that they will also benefit. Then you subscribe to the YouTube video. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.